Welcome back. It's Carrie and this is Keep It Simple DIY. I have a ton of starter going. I usually only use my 1 quart jar, but I took some out and put it in this bowl because I just want to make so many different things. So I am going to be making a regular old sourdough bowl today, but I want to try something new. I've never open baked my sourdough before. I've only ever baked it in a Dutch oven, so I want to try that. And then I'm also going to be making, let's see, maybe a sandwich bread. I'd like to make some bagels, and I want to make a star jelly type of thing, or star jam thing, because I just made all that jam. I'm not going to do it all in this video. This video is just going to be the one loaf and me trying to do open bake for the first time. But I thought I would let you know what all my plan is, so you can look forward to those videos. So I'm being a little bit strategic on what bowls to use because I want this bowl to have a lid, and I also know that I'm going to be using a ton of bowls. And so I'm going to use this one. Ah, it isn't working. Well, let me try taking the batteries out again. Whoa. Sometimes my scale is a little bit finicky. There we go. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe. Okay. Change it to grams. All right, this is a very simple recipe. It's the recipe I always use. I'm going to put in 50 grams of starter, 350 grams of water, and 500 grams of flour. And then once we get to the stretch and fold stage, we'll add a little bit of salt in there as well. I probably should have grabbed something to scoop this out with because there's not a whole ton in this jar. There we go. We're gonna make it though. Okay, 50 grams. Cool. Now 350 grams of water. $343, we're almost there. All right, that's 350. I'm gonna stir this up. I really love using this Danish dough whisk. It is my favorite. Also, if you haven't seen, keep the shirt. I love it. We're baking spirits bright. If you haven't noticed, I have a gingerbread theme going on. I've got my gingerbread cookie cutter. I love to have that in my kitchen. All the little gingerbreads around here. I just love gingerbread. So I'm so happy that it is the holiday season. 500 grams now of flour. Whoa. Whoa. This is not the best way to do this, but this is what I'm doing. See, this is why I buy my flour in smaller containers. I used to do the 10-pound bags, and I had 2 of these of flour, but I like the 5-pound bags because they just fit perfectly in there. Oof. Oh gosh. Well, we were doing good, and then I added quite a bit too much. Okay. Super simple here. That's all we had to do. I'm just going to mix it up, and then I'm going to let it rest for about an hour for its autolyze. And then I will do probably 3 or so stretch and folds. And then I will leave it out on the counter for a while to rise, and I will also stick it in the fridge overnight. I'm not planning on baking this today. Okay, that's about it. I am going to set this one back behind me. I need to label it because if there's gonna be so many different things that I'm working on, how will I know what's what? So my trick for labeling things is to use a wet erase marker. This is perfect. So I am going to say that this is the regular bowl. Okay, we did it. See you back when we're doing some stretch and folds. Our dough has been sitting for a little bit. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to do the first set of stretch and folds. And this one's the one that's where it's not ever all the way together yet. I'm going to do stretch and folds like this 3 or 4 times. And I'll do them like every half hour or so. And what I'm doing is I'm just reaching below, pulling the dough up, and folding it over. At this point, it's having a hard time folding over just because those glutens are being built. So then we just let it rest, and we will come back and do it again. And I will likely turn the camera back on once we're at the stage where we're ready to shape it. So I'm just going to do that same thing a couple more times. All right, we're back at it. It's been quite a few hours. I have the bowl of choice for proofing my dough. And then I do have a light, I don't know what this is called. It's a towel of some sort. I'm going to dust this with some rice flour. Rice flour is actually really most cost effective if you get it at the Asian Mart. You can of course get this on Amazon, but it is way more expensive. So you might know, for a while I was gluten-free. Because I had to be, my body didn't agree with the gluten. And I would get everything there. I'd get the rice flour, sweet rice flour. Make sure you're not using glutinous rice flour if you are making your bread though. That's like what you make mochi out of. And I would get everything though at the Asian Mart just because it's so much cheaper. They have the potato starch, tapioca starch, pretty much anything you need. So I have this ready to go. I'm gonna set it to the side. Oh, my nose. Actually, I'm gonna set it right here. Isn't it funny? Every time you get something on your hand, your nose starts to itch. I'm like, why is that? I'm going to put just a little bit of rice flour down on my clean counter. And then I'm going to tip the dough out. And it doesn't tip, so I guess I'm really just going to like force it. This dough is beautiful. And so I was sitting on the couch while I was waiting for this, and you know, I have all of this other stuff going. I've got a couple starters out there, just my starter and then the starter that I separated so there'd be more room. And I'm making the bagels and then also the like star thing. And now I'm thinking, I have 2 Thanksgivings to go to this week, so I am pre-filming some videos here because that's a lot of videos to get up all at once. 1 video a day in December is too much to do, you know, live. So we have 2 Thanksgivings this week, and now I'm like, what should I bring? There's so many cool things that I could bring with me to Thanksgivings. I'm like, am I just gonna make sourdough all week? I might. It's fun. Look at this. I love this. So I'm just stretching this out. It looks like I'm just playing with it, but I'm trying to stretch it out a little bit. I probably didn't even need to put that rice flour down. And that way I can roll it on up in just a little bit. I'm trying to not have too many holes. I love this. Okay, so I'm going to just fold it over itself this way. And then we will take it from this side and pull it tight and just kind of roll it in on itself. Yeah, I definitely didn't need the extra rice flour there, but that's okay. And now I'm just going to tighten it just by rolling it along the counter. Tighten the ball. Oh, this dough is beautiful. Look at this bubble right there. And I'm just pushing it. I'm putting my hand here and then I'm just pushing my hand down towards the stone and then just pushing and letting it kind of roll with just to make a really tight seam. I honestly really love doing this, specifically with a full loaf. It's not really my favorite thing if it's just a small like dinner roll. So tighten it up and then we're good. We're gonna put it top side down in here. And then I'm going to top it with just a little bit more rice flour because I don't want the towel to stick to it. And I'm going to put it in the fridge overnight. And I just like to set the lid right on top. I don't close it or anything, it's just on top of it. So this is going in the fridge. All right, you guys, massive fail. I just put this in here and scored it and everything, and I was showing you everything, but I totally forgot to press record. So what I did was I took the bowl out of the fridge, straight from the fridge, put it on a pizza peel, I scored it, and I even scored it like a star. You guys know me, I just do like a single slash. So I was trying to be like festive and extra for you for Christmas time. And then I put it in the oven with some water. I'll show you that. So there's water down in this tray, and that's for steam. I'm letting it steam for 20 minutes, and then I will come take the water out. So what a bummer, but it's okay. I can show you on the back end. It's time to take the water out of the oven. I'm going to make sure I'm recording this time. If you notice, I am wearing the same shirt as yesterday. Oh gosh, I went a little too fast. I only wore it for like an hour yesterday. It's fine. Oh goodness. Okay, let's peek on how this is looking. The star is there. I just puffed a lot. I probably should have done that farther around the base than I did. A little bit more time in there. Our bread has reached 200 degrees, so I'm going to think about how to get this out of here. It's a little different. Pizzas, I can just do that. So I think I'm gonna, there we go. I did temp this. It did get to 200 degrees. Okay, so my star turned out pretty cute. Problem is, this, I should have done this circle like all the way around instead of just like a little bit. But we have a star, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to let this cool completely and then I'll slice into it a little bit later. I still have one slice of bread from my last loaf. It's the exact same. I know it's going to taste the exact same. If you would like to see a whole lot more sourdough bowls, I do have a sourdough marathon video that you can go watch. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. All right, I'm going to cut into this sourdough. It's a bit funny shape. This is kind of interesting. Definitely need to score all the way around next time, but let's cut into it and see how it goes. I'm also using my brand new knife, so I'm happy about that. This is my third bread knife. Sometimes I cut my bread when it's still on the wire tray, so it makes it the knife go bad. Look at how pretty that is. It looks like it might be a little tiny bit overproofed, but feels fantastic. All right, I'm gonna get some slices. And I think usually I would then slice across, but I think I'm just gonna actually just make big slices like that. I think that's what I'm gonna do today. Oh, beautiful. Had I realized I was going to be cutting it this way, I would have not started in the middle. Look at that monster slice. It's like perfect. If you're wondering, yes, I did take a piece. It tastes just like my regular bread recipe because it is my regular bread recipe. It's fantastic. This is how I'm storing it. I'm storing it in just a bag. I got these on Amazon.